Problems on students' T distribution. First problem. A certain stimulus administered to each of 12 patients give the increase in blood pressure as x is equal to 5 to 8 etc. Can it be concluded that the stimulus will be generally accompanied by an increase in blood pressure? So T value given 2.201. Here we have to take given n is equal to 12. So x values, there are 12 values are there, so n is equal to 12. So population mean, if it is not given, we have to take mu is equal to 0. Then sample mean, to find sample mean, add all the values divided by number of the given. There are 12, n is 12, so add all the value divided by the total number. So we get 2.583. To find standard deviation, formula is summation x minus mean of x whole square by n minus 1. So summation is not there, by mistake it is given, summation sign is written. Then next we have to substitute the values. X value 5 minus the mean of x is 2.583 whole square, plus x value 2 minus 2.583 mean whole square, plus etc. All the values we have to take, plus last value 6 minus 2.583 whole square divided by 12 minus 1. So when we calculate, we get 2.9571. That is the standard deviation. Then by student t test formula, sample mean minus population mean by into root 10 by standard deviation of the sample. So we have to substitute sample mean, population mean divided by standard deviation into root 12. We get 2.897. T value we get 2.897. So modulus of T 2.897 is greater than 2.201. 2.201 is a given value. So the calculated value greater than the given value or table value at T is equal to 2.05. So if the value is greater, the conclusion is the stimulus does not increase the blood pressure. So we have to take, the hypothesis is taken as stimulus increases the blood pressure. That is the hypothesis. But we get the calculated value greater than the given value. So the stimulus, the hypothesis is rejected. Therefore, stimulus does not increase the blood pressure is the conclusion. So that is the first that is the way of solving the problem. Next, the second problem. 11 students were given a test in one subject. They were given a month's further tuition and a second test of equal difficulty was held at the end of it. Do the marks given evidence that the students have benefited by extra coaching? A given t value at 5% significant level, t value is 2.228. So solution given here, students number, there are 1 to 10 students, marks of first test is given, marks of second test is given. So solution, we compute the mean and standard deviation of the difference between the marks of two tests as we have to now calculate D. D is the difference of first mark minus second test mark. Then we get D as 23 minus 24 minus 1, 20 minus 19, 1 etc. We get up to 2. So that is the D value, difference between the marks. Then mean of D we have to calculate. Add all the numbers divided by 11. There are 11 students. So minus 11 by 11 is minus 1, mean of D. So standard deviation we have to calculate. For the last problem how we calculated, same way we have to calculate standard deviation. Here steps are not shown. So formula is given. We have to substitute, add all and divide by n minus 1. We get 2.24. D value, mean of D is minus 1. So whole square divided by each D value minus mean of D. That is already explained in the first problem. So Assuming that the students have not benefited by extra coaching, so we have to take mu is equal to 0. Students are not benefited by the extra coaching. That is the assumption. So then by student t-test, t-test formula, sample mean minus population mean into root 10 divided by standard deviation. So sample mean has to be minus 1. There is a mistake. Sample mean minus 1 minus 0 population mean into root 11, n is 11, divided by standard deviation 2.24. So we get 1.48. Actually we are getting here minus 1.48. When we get minus 1.48, we have to take mod of that. So mod of t is 1.48. If we get negative value, we have to take modulus of that. So modulus will be 1.48. That is less than the given value. Given value 2.228. So 1.48 less than 2.228 at 5% level of significance. So what is the conclusion? Conclusion is, since it is less than 2.228, the value of t is not significant at 5% level of significance. The test provides no evidence that the students have benefited by extra coaching. Test will not, they will not benefited by extra coaching is the conclusion. We have assumed that they will benefit, it will be benefited, but it will not, we have assumed that, we'll see what we have assumed. We have assumed that students have not benefited, we have assumed. So we got here not benefited means mu is 0 we taken. So we conclusion we got less than 1.48, less than the table value. So we have to accept the hypothesis. So the test will not be benefited, the coaching will not be benefited, students will not be benefited by the extra coaching is the conclusion. Third problem, a mechanist is making engine parts with axle diameter of 0.7 inches. A random sample of 10 parts shows mean diameter 0.742, standard deviation 0.04. On the basis of this sample, would you say that work is inferior? So given n is 10, population mean, a mechanist is making engine parts with the axle diameter 0.7. Random sample 10 shows the mean diameter 0.742. So for a sample of 10 parts, mean is 0.742. So sample mean 0.742, population mean 0.7, then standard deviation 0.04. Then t-test, sample mean minus population mean into root 10 by standard deviation. We get 3.16. So which is greater than 2.262 at 5% significant level. So the hypothesis rejected. If the value greater than the given value, hypothesis is rejected. So the work is inferior. That is the conclusion. So these are three types of problems under student t distribution.